today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Dwayne Haskins and the Washington football team.
Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Washington football team. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. Here we go, the final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Here's Antonio Gibson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes Washington here offensively, and their man under center, Dwayne Haskins, the number 15 pick out of Ohio State in 2019.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 18 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing. Them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
Muscles him off. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. And the Washington.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Fletcher Cox on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it.
34-yard line.
And that's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their quarterback in his 5th season now, the former number 2 overall pick, Carson Wentz.
And when I think of Carson Wentz in his first 4 years in the league, I kind of look at him as bookends because his first year as a rookie, he started all 16 games. The next 2 years, beset by injuries, but last year, started all 16 in the regular season again and was very productive. His first 4,000-yard campaign throwing the ball, 27 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. The injuries got him again in the wild card game, but when he's on the field, his team is dangerous.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz got an open man. It's Scott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Well, that's one stuff. We'll see if this defense has another in their back pocket.
I just wonder on the other side of the ball.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And this certainly confirms all the chatter, just how big of a final weekend this is. For the moment, the 6th seed is theirs, but it'll take a victory to officially lock that down.
And we have to keep reminding ourselves that number 6, that's no longer the final seed. We go 7 deep in each conference now. But you're at the point now where you have to win to guarantee your spot. You don't want to get stuck scoreboard watching and hoping other teams can help you out by winning their games or losing their games. You got to take care of business yourself and erase all doubt.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it and brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 42.
Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10
at their own 42. A pass there over the middle to start things out. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Leonard Fournette.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Brandon Graham. A gain of a yard. First down.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Brings up second.
Here's Haskins out of the gun, and this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Got an open man, finds Gibson.
And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down.
A 5-yard gain.
3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The tackle by Will Parks. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Haskins now off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Got a man, that's Quinn. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins.
This one from 46 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good.
And it's 3-0 Washington.
Makes this Washington 3, Eagles 0.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3, Eagles nothing.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. From midfield, here's Wentz. Left side here to Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Number 26, Miles.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 24. That one a first down pickup of 8.
At the 24-yard
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Now the second down throw on target. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
2nd and 4.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle.
Complete to Jeremy Sprinkle.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. This is Fournette. Nikhil Roby brings him down.
Ball carrier.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Ball carrier.
Washington on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Holding offense.
That's on Lane Johnson, the former top 5 pick. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Wentz. And this one's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
He'll get this to the rookie from TCU. That's Jalen Reagor.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
At their own 27.
Second quarter in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31-32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the gun, Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And able to get this across the bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
Wentz's pass.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
Eagles.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
What was that, Rob?
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This is Gibson. And he won't quite make it to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it was Dwayne Haskins with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as the white stuff continues to fall. And for the call of the second half, we give it back to Brandon Gaudin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
It's a pick.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Wentz defers to Clement.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Taken down by Reuben Foster. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and...
Once again, it's Clement. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
That's good for an Eagle.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, you talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Clement. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and...
From the 38, Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. And
taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. He showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
Yes, sir. Leonard Fournette has a well-deserved reputation as a physical, powerful runner. He's going to drop a shoulder and run over people time and time again. I think he uses it to his advantage, though. How about that last run? Set him up, looked like he's going to drop the hammer, but gave a little wiggle, a little shake. And what did he do, partner?
Left the defender right there in his wake. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Fournette. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Fournette, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 6-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Operating from the gun, Haskins, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Jeremy Sprinkle, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, Clement.
33-yard line. Corey Clement.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
For an Eagles. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Sanders, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
On play action, it's Wentz. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd down and 2.
They'll try and run here with Clement. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Here's Wentz to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Wentz. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Elsewhere at Arrowhead there in the 3rd quarter. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Ball carrier. Jatavis Brown on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
A gain of 9 yards. First down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Fournette, a first down carry. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle.
He's brought down at
the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6. Now it's Haskins. Taken in by Sprinkle, a little pitch and catch. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Jeremy Sprinkle. It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
2-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
7.
This offense makes their way back out. It's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
2nd and 4.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Brought down at the 10-yard line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
On 2nd and goal. Wentz. This will be caught at about the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too... And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Elliott on for the extra point. This is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. For the moment, they're on top of their division, projected to host a wild-card game in the first weekend, but nothing is set in stone. There's a lot of shuffling that can still go on here. They haven't even clinched a playoff berth.
A lot goes into that one word you use, doesn't it? But. You're exactly right, because nothing's clinched. So that means another win is necessary, being able to play to the best of their abilities, because they can go from where they are right now to right out of the playoff race. If things go in the wrong direction for them, they've got to take care of business.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. Broken tackle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high, the tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
At the Eagles' 4-yard line.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. His pass caught at the 4. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Leonard Fournette, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 9-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He'll fire it deep for Reagor. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Rookie Jalen Reagor, the intended target that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking for Reagor again. This time he's got him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st down, Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Wentz again. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Thomas Davis.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. On first down, Gibson. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Antonio Gibson, the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Now Haskins to throw it. That's out to his running back, Fournette.
Haskins.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
An 8-yard.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
2nd and 6.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
And field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good.
His kick.
And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
Washington 27. Eagles 14.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so that's not mission accomplished. It's darn close.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 13. Just over a minute, 40 to play. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Eagles.
Got an open man, it's Scott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Pushing the foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Unbelievable.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Shedding through the defense, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Escape, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go, his first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. 21. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
21. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Washington, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5.